All right, welcome back. We are so happy you joined us again. Let's continue our conversation in Genesis.
Yes. All right.
So, moving on to chapter 7. So, God was still talking to Noah, who's 600 at this time.
I mean,
600. I mean, we know that people lived a long time back then,
yeah.
But wow.
He was still an older gentleman at that time.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he wasn't no young, strapping chap. 600 was old.
A young strapping
chap. No, he wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
You told him that he was the only righteous one left on earth, and this is where. And I did not know that God told Noah to bring 7 pairs of every animal. Because it said he was to bring 7 pairs of every animal, both for eating and sacrifice, and 1 pair to ensure survival after the flood.
Yes. They had to make, that's what I was going to say, that there was more than 2 pairs, because right here,
yes,
that he has approved for eating and sacrifice, and then take 1 pair of each of the others.
Yeah.
7 pairs of every kind of bird.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there was sacrifices and eating.
Yes.
So on some animals there was 7 pairs.
Mm.
That's right.
And where God told Noah that in 7 days he was going to send the flood. That was going to last 40 days and 40 nights.
Right. I know.
Everything was going to be wiped out.
Yes.
Now, Genesis chapter 7, verse 11, when Noah was 600 years old on the 17th day of the 2nd month, all the underground waters erupted from the earth, and the rain fell in mighty torrents from the sky. The rain continued to fall for 40 days and 40 nights. Now, I had to underline that part with the underground waters, because I was like, wait, what? Like, where's all this coming from? But we're told that that on that day, all the fountains or springs of the great deep burst forth, implying that a great underground ocean had existed and been under some amount of pressure since the beginning of creation. So there was water coming from everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. I know. So not only this, but up.
Yeah, it was flowing from underground as well.
Can you imagine that?
No.
Imagine being one of them that wasn't on the boat and had been ridiculing him.
Yeah. Everyone was gone. Everyone wiped out.
Yeah.
Genesis chapter 7, verse 19, finally the water covered even the highest mountains on the earth, rising more than 22 feet above the highest peaks.
Wow.
So this was a true flood.
Yeah,
flood. And then on verse 24, and the flood waters covered the earth for 150 days. So 5 months?
Yeah.
5 months.
Amazing.
It is. Now, is there anything else in chapter 7 that you would like to go over?
No. I just know when I was in a Bible study here, people had concerns about the animals, like ocean animals and stuff. And the head speaker said God took care of all that.
Yeah.
He probably just had them by the ark or something. That was all taken care of by God. Mm-hmm. The 2x2s of that kind of thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The 2x2s of the fish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
They had to. He probably just. Yeah, they were going.
Yeah, just come on along. Yeah. Just I don't know why that. I always think of that thing every time I study this, like that lady asking that question.
And now I'm going to be thinking about that, like 2 whales, 2 dolphins.
Yeah. Like, and if you ever see a kid's little Noah's Ark thing, a painting or something, you do see the little fish using.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, now you will. Now you'll always think of it. Yeah. So.
Okay, so let's move on to chapter 8.
Yes. Okay.
Chapter 8, verses 1 and 2. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and livestock with him in the boat. He sent a wind to blow across the earth, and the flood waters began to recede. The underground waters stopped flowing, and the torrential rains from the sky were stopped. Now, so looking at it from a bigger picture, It was also not just taking out all of the sinful people, but just taking out all the sin.
Yeah.
Like he's just washing away all the sin.
Yeah.
Okay. So after 5 months, he blows a mighty wind, and everything's going to start calming down. Everything's going to start drying up now. And after the 5 months, the ark rested on Mount Ararat. As water subsided, other mountain peaks could be seen. Now, this is huge. I'm 100% Armenian. That mountain is
so
very important.
Yeah.
Now, I believe if I might be mistaken, but I believe then it was part of Armenia. Now I believe it's part of Turkey.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
I don't think it's part of Armenia anymore.
You don't.
I don't. But I know as far as Armenian culture, it's on like the coat of arms and
Everything.
yeah.
That little store right here is called that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm sure at that point they were pretty excited because they had no idea that how long they were going to be out there.
No.
Yeah.
But then they waited 2.5 more months.
Because they would just wait for God to say something at that point, right?
Yeah, well, and then they sent out a raven and then a dove, it says.
Mm-hmm.
But the dove came back with nothing. Then they waited 7 more days, and the dove came with an olive.
The olive leaf or the olive branch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then waited another 7 days, and he released the dove, and this time he didn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
So by this time he's 601 years old. So 1 year.
1 year. Now, you know that ark was a hot mess.
Stunk.
Oh.
You know it stunk.
You know those women were like, Lord, please, get us off this ark.
And was there only one little window? There had to have been, because you couldn't put more windows.
One little window they had to keep closed until Noah opened it.
I would have so went up there so many times and just opened it to get air. Wouldn't it have you?
It had to have been horrific. It would be like the worst zoo, like fair animal smell you've ever smelled.
But we would have been gracious.
Oh, no. We're just being silly, sassy.
Yeah.
But yes, just grateful that
we're on the boat.
Yes, absolutely. But it had to stink.
It probably did. And what if an animal died? Did they just put it over in the water?
I don't think God would have allowed the animal to die because it was so important that they set it up 2 by 2 and then the 7 and stuff.
We got to go see that ark one day.
Okay, yeah.
One day we'll do that.
That would be a fun trip.
Yeah, that would be.
All right, you guys, join us next time as we continue our discussion in Genesis. We're very excited.
Yes, we are.
All right, we will see you next time.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.